we know what this job is.
Help! Officer down, officer down.
Until we get that one call. Rocket fuel. How'd you do at the academy?
Second in my class.
Out of how many?
3.
You know I'm big on effort. But if you give me effort, I can teach you the rest.
Got you.
Narcotics unit requesting backup.
Diaz, what's your 20?
Drop the hatchet! Don't do it!
I feel like you know everything about me, and I know nothing about you.
I work. Take care of my dogs. If I'm lucky, I surf.
Police, open up!
Requesting additional units. Requesting backup on suspicion.
No!
Need additional units to respond.
Hey, who's that guy?
Ma'am, open up. Take the door.
He's my new trainee. Is he cool?
Jury's still out.
I've got some people gunning for me. I don't want that coming off on you.
Heard what they say about Harmon? Can't trust him.
You are either 100% with me or not.
There's no question. I'm 100% with you.
I'm calling in every division.
Every move we make is under a microscope.
We are kicking the hornet's nest. Get out of the car! Hey! Hey! And footprint to the suspect. No fear, no hesitation, no doubt.
Understood.
Hey, Troian. Hey, Brandon. I'm Mike Manalo from Nerds of the World. How are you? Of
Hey, Mike.
Wow.
Good, man. I love
Thanks
the
for
backdrop.
Yeah, thanks for a cool backdrop.
course. No, I had to, first off, I have to commemorate and celebrate the fact this series. And of course, your gorgeous faces, which I'm having trouble,
Appreciate it. You can stay right where you are, a little bit to your right. It's fine. Just come on. No.
Other way.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
No, in all seriousness, thank you for your amazing performances in this show. This is unlike any cop show that I've actually seen, any police procedural that I've actually seen in my life. And I was telling Tim and Elliot, honestly, I haven't felt this invested in a police procedural since NYPD Blue. And it's because you guys are at the center of it. And
Thank you.
you guys are just so amazing, honestly.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Of course. For both of you guys, I mean, this is really unlike any of the characters that I've seen you play in the past. Honestly, this is very tough. It's very gritty, and it's a very intense show. Were you inspired by any real life individuals that you might have met, any real police officers that you spent time with or researched with or anything like that? How did you guys get into the characters of, your respective, characters?
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to be able to do a couple ride-alongs, which really helped. Just answer any questions we had about what takes place, on these calls. The writers as well did the same thing. So when you watch the show and you witness these calls and what takes place during them, a lot of them stem from, I'm sure, real life scenarios. In addition to having some family members in law enforcement that I was able to have at my expense to ask any questions and stuff. And of course, policing for them when they were law enforcement officers is much different than it is now. So to see both sides of the coin for me was very fascinating. What about you, Troy?
Oh, I totally agree. It was really, really helpful to get to go on ride-alongs with current police officers. We had wonderful tech advisors on sets who were veteran police officers. And yeah, we were just in a position of getting to hear their experiences. And then on our ride-alongs as well, which was so invaluable, was, we got to go on ride-alongs in Long Beach with Long Beach PD. So watching how they the specific way Long Beach PD interacted with the Long Beach community was really, really insightful. And that just brought so much, to our characters and to our experiences on set, because also every day on set, we were on location. We weren't on set. So, it's really helpful when you're actually shooting in a bar. You know what I mean? You can smell the stale beer. You can smell what it's like. You know what I mean? And then, the same way when you walk onto, the beach, or when you, go into a mansion versus a really small house that's super cramped. Like, it just all really informed us in a very real way.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about the show. It felt so real, and it's because it was. You guys were actually in Long Beach. You were actually doing these things, and that to me is just mind blowing. I mean, I love that about it. Speaking of mind blowing, you two have mind blowing chemistry in this show. I mean, like, even as just like the rookie and the veteran, I mean, kind of getting into that groove, working together, and just kind of loving these two characters. How did you guys prepare for that chemistry? I mean, did you guys do any chemistry reads together? Did you guys practice any of your lines or interactions beforehand?
Yeah.
All of the above. Actually, we were the first to read. We both auditioned for it, and we were the first to read together. And I think kind of from the jump, you feel something. There's a connection in some way. And of course, after you book the show and you continue to work together, that only continues to grow, and that helps to work. So I think for me, I felt it from the very beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. From the jump, like you said, there was in the chemistry, there was the chemistry read, there was an opportunity for us to really push each other and help each other. And I really felt that, there was never a moment shooting this series where I looked over and I was like, oh, Brandon's not here. You know what I mean? He was constantly engaged, constantly curious. And that really, raised the bar for me to get to, dig in even deeper and say, okay, what else can I bring for him and his performance? And it was just so wonderful. And so it was so immediately intimate, which I think really mirrors their relationship, which is they might not know each other very well. We might have actually known each other as actors for 3 weeks, as people. But when they are that first day in the cop car together, they have to trust each other, whether they know anything about each other or not. They have to have each other's backs.
Absolutely. It comes across so beautifully. And thank you for sharing that chemistry and your performances with us on this amazing show. So thank you so much as well for all of that and for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you, man.
Hey, I'm not finished. Look, coming up, knocking people around was the norm. That shit was never me. I've never even fired my weapon in 12 years. So believe me, you can walk the line and still stay true to who you are.
Plan on it.
Good. Act like it.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Nerds rule the world!
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you.
Awesome. Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you,
Nerds Rule.
It's your boy Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.